So hello students, in this new video on electrostatics we are going to see how to solve numerical problems based on Gauss theorem and applications of Gauss theorem. So in this numerical you can see the question is two infinitely large sheets having charge density sigma 1 and sigma 2 respectively, where sigma 1 is greater than sigma 2, are placed a distance d apart. A charge q is placed in between the plates such that there is no effect on charge distribution on the plates. This charge is moved at an angle 45 degree with horizontal towards plate having charge density sigma 2 through a distance a where a is less than d. Find work done by electric force. So students, see, this is the question. Now in the figure you can see these two are the plates having charge density sigma 1 and sigma 2. Charge q is placed here in between the plates. So first of all, using Gauss theorem you have to calculate what is the force acting on the charge placed between the plates. To find the value of charge, we need to calculate what is the net value of electric field in the space in between the charged plates. So for that, electric field at a point due to an infinite sheet of charge. In the application you might have seen electric field E1 due to first plate, that is going to be sigma 1 divided by 2 epsilon naught, and electric field due to second plate sigma 2 divided by 2 epsilon naught. As charge density sigma 1 is greater than sigma 2, therefore electric field E1 has greater value as compared to electric field E2. So what is the net value of electric field? That can be obtained as sigma 1 minus sigma 2 divided by 2 epsilon naught. This is the value of electric field, and direction of this electric field is certainly from plate with charge density sigma 1 towards plate with charge density sigma 2. Now what is the force acting on the charge? So force can be calculated. F is equal to Q multiplied by E, charge multiplied by value of the net electric field, or this is equal to Q into sigma 1 minus sigma 2 divided by 2 epsilon. Now you can see in the figure the direction of the displacement E is at angle 45 degree with the direction of the net electric field. So what is the work done by the force? W equals F into A cos 45 degree, or the value of the work done W is equal to Q multiplied by sigma 1 minus sigma 2 divided by 2 epsilon naught into cos 45. Cos 45 is 1 by square root of 2, or the work done W is equal to Q into sigma 1 minus sigma 2 divided by 2 root 2 into epsilon naught. So this would be the amount of work done by the force in the presence of these two sheets of charge. Students, see second numerical. It's a very common question, many times asked in different examinations. So the question is electric field components in the figure are Ex equals alpha x to power half, Ey and Ez are equal to 0, in which alpha equals 800 Newton per coulomb meter to power half. Consider the cube shown in the figure and calculate A, the flux phi through the cube, and B, the charge within the cube. Assume value of A is equal to 0.1 meter. So students, see as shown in the figure, this is x axis, y axis, z axis, and cube is here. The direction of the existing electric field Ex is in the direction of positive x-axis. So flux going to pass through the cube along positive x-axis. But there is no electric field in the direction y-axis or z-axis, as components Ey and Ez are given 0. This is left face of the cube and this is right face of the cube. Here you can see electric flux is entering inside the cube from left face. This is the direction of electric field. But the value of the electric field is not uniform in the region. Here you can see in this expression, value of the electric field is dependent on the value of x. And for the left face of the cube, value of x is a, and for the right face of the cube, value of x is a plus a, that is 2a. So to solve this question, first of all we have to find what going to be the value of electric field at two faces of the cube, at its left face and at the right face. So electric field at the left face of the cube is alpha a to power half, as value of x at the left face is a. Therefore by the expression Ex alpha x to power half, it becomes El is equal to alpha a to power half. So what can be the flux passing through left face of the cube? That is phi L is equal to electric field multiplied by the surface area of the cube, and surface area of the cube is, if length of the cube is a, therefore surface area of the cube is going to be a square and area is a square. Therefore flux passing through the left face of the cube, alpha a to power half into a square, that is surface area of the face of the cube, cosine of 180 degree. Why 180 degree? Direction of the electric field is inward, but direction of the area vector to this face is outward towards left. Therefore angle between two is to be considered 180 degree. Therefore after calculation, the flux entering inside the cube through face at the left side, phi L is coming out to be minus alpha a to power 5 by 2. 2 plus half, that is a to power 5 by 2. Alpha is there. Similarly, we can calculate flux passing through the right face of the cube. The area of the right face a square again, but at the right face of the cube, value of x becomes 2a. Therefore electric field at the right face of the cube is alpha into 2a to power half, and flux passing through the right face of the cube, alpha 2a to power half, that is electric field multiplied by area of the face of cube, a square cos 0. At this face, value of theta is 0 degree, as area vector to the face and direction of the existing electric field both are similar. Therefore angle theta becomes 0 degree. Therefore flux passing through right face of the cube, alpha a to power 5 by 2 square root of 2. So what going to be the value of net flux passing through the cube? So net flux, this flux is negative as being incoming flux to the cube, and this is positive flux as this flux is outgoing flux. Therefore net flux passing through the cube can be calculated alpha a to power 5 by 2, that is phi r minus phi l, flux passing through right face minus flux passing through left face, alpha a to power 5 by 2 into square root of 2 minus 1, and value of alpha, as we know, given in the question, 800 into a, value of a is 0.1 to power 5 by 2 into square root of 2 minus 1, 0.414. And answer to this question, flux passing through the cube is coming out to be 1.05 Newton meter square per coulomb. So student, this is part A of the question. To solve part B of the question, in part B we have to calculate what is the charge enclosed inside the cube. To calculate the value of charge enclosed by the cube, we have to apply Gauss theorem, and we know flux passing through a closed surface phi is equal to total charge enclosed by the surface divided by epsilon naught. So flux calculated for the cube, phi is equal to (1.05) Newton meter square Coulomb inverse. Answer for part A of the question. So putting this value here, the amount of charge enclosed by the cube comes out to be phi multiplied by epsilon, and value of the charge inside the cube 1.05 into 10 to power into value of epsilon naught 8.85 into 10 to power minus 12, and charge enclosed by the cube q is equal to, after calculation, its value is going to be 9.27 into 10 to power minus 12 coulomb. So charge enclosed by the cube is 9.27 into 10 to power minus 12 coulomb. Students, see, this is third question. In this question, a wire AB of length L has linear charge density lambda equals kx, where x is measured from end A of the wire. This wire is enclosed by a Gaussian hollow surface. This is Gaussian hollow surface enclosing the wire. Find the expression for electric flux through the surface. Students, you can see this Gaussian surface is a closed surface. To find the expression for the flux passing through a closed surface, we need to apply Gauss theorem. So flux passing through the surface phi is equal to q divided by epsilon. It means, first of all, we have to calculate what can be the value of total charge present on the surface of this wire. So if surface charge density of the wire lambda is equal to dq by dx, or this can be written as kx, as in the question lambda is given kx. So we can write value of charge, a small section of the conductor, value of the charge dq is equal to kx into dx. As distance is being measured from end A, suppose this end of the wire is x equals 0 and this end of the wire is x equals L. So what can be the total charge present on the surface of this wire? If we integrate this equation with limit x equals 0 to x equals L, we can get total amount of charge with limit 0 to q dq is equal to k is a constant, integral 0 to L x into dx. So total amount of charge on the surface of wire q is equal to k integration of x dx is x square by 2 with limit 0 to L. And what is the total amount of charge on the surface of wire q is equal to kl square by 2. Now what is the total flux passing through this closed Gaussian surface? Phi is equal to q, that is kl square divided by 2 epsilon. This is the answer for this question, kl square divided by 2 epsilon.